Good morning, guys. So here we are, Tuesday morning. My Monday is cold than a motherfucker out here. Colder than Eskimo pussy. God. Anyway, I had somebody message me and ask if I could do a video on high output alternators versus like a bigger battery bank, like, I guess they just said battery bank. So I'm assuming they're talking about AGMs or whatever. We'll throw some lithium in there. Have a good conversation on this. In reality, it works together. You can just add, say, like 3 more batteries if you're doing AGM. So you have AGM under the hood, 3 in the back, you're running an 8K, fine. But the problem with all that is going to come in when you drive your car around for a couple hours, you get your batteries good and topped off, and then you play, 2 minutes of a song that's got some good strong bass in it, and then what has happened is your battery bank is dead, or your voltage dropped really low because you've pulled the power, all the energy out of those batteries, and now you're just basically stuck because you don't have the alternator power to replenish it quick enough. That's why a lot of us guys, we swapped over to lithium, because lithium charges so fast. It just kind of absorbs the power the alternator's putting out. It sucks it up, basically. So your lithium banks charge up really quick. AGM banks take forever. And that's kind of why you need alternator power with bigger battery bank. I mean, can you do it without the bigger alternator? Oh, yeah, sure. But once you run that battery low, then you got to turn down no bass, and you got to drive around for a while to try to get your voltage back up, get that battery bank charged. And I mean, AGM has never really been great for a system. It was all we had at one point, so it had to work. But back then, most of us just had burp cars. Nobody did a lot of demoing. Now, demoing has really taken off, and that is because we have lithium batteries. I'll put it like this. Like, you could put 4 370 alternators on your car, and you could have 20 AGMs in the back. They could be all charged up. You could pull into a show, and you could demo about 20 people with your car revved a little bit. And if you got a big demo build, and by big, I mean like, let's just 4 8Ks. You're going to hit a point where your batteries have all the charges gone down out of them. And even though you got a lot of alternator, it ain't able to keep up, It's helping them batteries stay up here, but over time of giving demos, your alternators are here, your batteries are just going to keep going down. And that was the whole problem with the AGM batteries. There are some AGMs better than others too, like the North Stars. A lot of people seem to love them. I see Dan Current, he's got a lot of AGMs, because I think Dan Current don't really believe in lithium. He just ain't ready to take that step, so he's running them, and he demos a lot, but he's got some alternator power, and he's got the better of the AGMs to back it up. But in every way possible, yes, you kind of need the alternator. I think the alternator helps your charging system, well, your electrical, more than anything. Get good alternator power, and then back it up with a good lithium bank, and you're solid. That's what I did in here. And the lithium is leaps and bounds ahead of anything else. Because I have a big enough lithium bank that when I'm demoing, I've only got 2 alternators. So do they help? Of course they help, but I'm demoing primarily off of my lithium bank with the power level that I have in here, because the amps draw way more than the alternators put out. So I'm demoing off of that lithium. But when I turn the radio down and that one person gets out, another one gets in, the alternators have got the lithium charged almost right back up. So I never lose a whole volt demoing. I can demo all day and not lose a volt. I think the most I drop in here is like a half volt. So I never really need to just let the car sit there and charge the batteries up, because the battery stays charged really good. In summertime, the thing I run into is subs, getting warm and amplifiers getting warm. So you got to take a break there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say they both work together really well. I mean, if you're on a budget, yeah, you can throw a bunch of battery back there. But as I said, depending upon how much power you're pulling, you might only be able to play a half song. And then you got to drive around for 20 minutes to try to get the batteries charged back up. Me, I like doing the opposite. Like in my little daily driver black Jeep, it's still a stock alternator. I mean, I have one to put on. It's just, God, they're a pain to change on these things. But I did the lithium. I got a lithium battery in there and stock alternator. I did the big 3 and all that. So that helped quite a bit. But I can drive around in that thing and play a couple of songs. And, I drop maybe a half volt, maybe 1 volt. But it does really good. I mean, as far as staying charged up, it's lithium. I mean, once that little bank gets low, I can turn the radio down and, by the time I've driven a mile up the road, it's back. So I would definitely, if I had to upgrade one or the other first, I would do lithium. Definitely get your lithium. And as I said, the benefit of it is it charges up so much quicker than AGM, man. It's like light years ahead of it in how fast it charges up. Will AGMs work? Definitely. I mean, we did it for years. It's all we had. But at the end of the day, for what you would invest in like 3 or 4 good lithium batteries, you can build a nice lithium bank. And that's why everybody's going that way, is because the prices on it are going down. There's lots of Facebook groups and articles out there that they just kind of help you along the way, teach you how to build the banks and everything, So definitely go that route. I hope this helped the person out that was wondering that, or helped some of you other guys out there wondering what you should upgrade first, or how it all works and how it works together. But anyway, guys, peace out and good morning, guys. I just wanted to let everybody know I have a Patreon now. If you want to help old Jerry out, there's a link up here in my YouTube somewhere where my links are at for Patreon. I don't get paid on here, man. I make these videos out of basically the kindness of my heart to help people. So that, and I'm not gonna lie, I like doing videos. So it's kind of like a niche of mine. But anyway, if you want to help old Jerry out, I got a Patreon. Are you going to learn top secret shit in my Patreon? Probably not. I ain't got time for all that. Doing these videos eat up a lot of my time anyway. So take it for what it's worth. But I do have a Patreon. If you'd like to help me out, because I'm wanting to buy a few things to make this channel grow a lot better. Like one of them is a, God dang, what's it called? A AMM1 or whatever. The Steve Meade thing where I can actually dyno the amps while I'm playing. That little handheld thing. I'm wanting to get that. And I'm wanting to build a couple boxes, for like a 15 and a 12. And in my black Jeep, I'm going to upgrade my electrical and start doing videos on blowing subs and testing subs and, a little bit of everything. So that's kind of why I started the Patreon. So I could get a little help with what my plans are for the channel. Peace out, guys. And as always, bass on.